What's going on YouTube? It's your nigga Fiji.Vonte Gaming, and I'm doing a little story time, bro. The first time I ever got into a fight, my nigga. That shit was funny and epic and crazy as fuck at the same time. Alright, so one day, it was in 6th grade, bro. So I'm over here walking down the hall and shit, chilling, talking to my niggas and shit. We finessing niggas' pencils and shit. And this one nigga came up, he was like, "Hey bro, why you stole my pencil?" I was like, "Nigga, you wasn't using this, so I finessed that shit." And like I broke that shit in front of that nigga's face, and like he got mad as shit. So he tried to swing at me, and the teacher called us, so he told us to stop. And I told that nigga to meet me up in the projects and shit at the school. So after that shit, I'm still walking down the hall, the nigga talking mad shit. So like I turned around and shit, and I pushed this nigga. And he was like, "Bro, you know what, bro? I ain't even trying to fight you at school." So I was like, "Alright, meet me at the projects at 4 o'clock. So, alright, I told niggas to meet up just in case he bring his niggas and shit pop off. So I get jumped. I ain't trying to get jumped, so I told my niggas to come. So they came and shit. We over here talking and shit. Then this nigga just come up and sneak me. Like, this nigga snuck the fuck out of me, bro. Like, hit me in my damn jaw. And I hesitated at the same time. So I actually like fell on the ground and shit, cause I didn't know, and my niggas was like, "Oh shit, nigga, you better get the fuck up and beat this nigga ass." So I got the fuck up. I hit that nigga in his jaw, and that nigga fell, and he grabbed me by my arm and swung me on the ground and shit. And this is 6th grade, so I was like skinny as fuck and shit. I ain't weighed that much. I probably weighed like 110 pounds and shit. So it was easy to take me down. So after that, I got back up and I slammed this nigga. And his older brother, this nigga was about like 15 and shit. And this nigga come up, bro, and this nigga hit me with a fucking bottle, bro, in my back. Like one of them fucking like 40-ounce bottles and shit, them glass bottles. That shit cracked me on my back and shit. And my older cousin, Dante, he was like 18 at the time. And he ain't try to fuck with no little niggas like us and shit, cause we were little niggas to him. But after that nigga brother had cracked me, cracked the bottle open on my fucking back, Dante and shit jumped in that shit, yo. And that nigga rocked that nigga, like he slept that nigga, like real shit. So I'm over here and shit like, "Oh, what the fuck going on?" So I jump back on this nigga, and I'm beating this nigga head in. So then his fucking sister come in, my nigga. His fucking sister come in and shit. And she pulling my fucking hair, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Cause back in 6th grade, I used to have a long ass afro and shit before I cut that shit off and not grow it back. But this bitch over here pulling my fucking hair, yo, like I'm a fucking girl and shit. So I'm like, "Get the fuck off my little brother if I kill you." Like, bitch, I ain't wanted to hit no girl, so I just pushed the fuck out of her. That nigga come back, slam me on the ground and shit. So then my niggas just jumped in. My niggas like, "Man, I'm tired of this shit." So they jumped on that nigga and shit. And they beat the fuck out that nigga, bro. Like, and I was like, "Nah, man, let me fight my own battle." So they picked that nigga up. And Dante and his damn brother, them niggas still scrapping. Them niggas fucking using fucking chairs and shit. Them chairs that you have in the back of your yard and shit. The ones that you sit in when you having a cookout and shit. Yeah, they throwing this shit, throwing bottles and shit. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Y'all niggas trying to kill each other, bro. Like, what the fuck?" So, I mean, after that shit, my niggas grabbed them. They jumped about like a great 3 minutes before that nigga started leaking and shit. And then, fucking, we was in the neighborhood too, like project neighborhood. So, I mean, I guess someone called the cops and shit. So, me and that nigga got locked up. We didn't get locked up, but we went to juvie and shit. Well, basically, we went to the police station and shit. Cause my mom wasn't even home at the time. Like, my mom was on a trip, and like, I was like, I stayed with my cousin at the time and shit, so I can do anything I want at the time. So I ain't really gave a fuck if I got suspended from school or not, cause it went back to the school and shit, and they suspended us and shit. So after that shit, man, we went to the police office and police station, whatever you call that shit. I call it police office. So we went to that bitch, man, and my mom came back, and she was already like 5 hours ahead, bro. And she had to turn the fuck around just to get me out the juvie and shit. I knew I wasn't gonna get locked up and shit, but I knew I was gonna stay in there probably like a day or so and shit. I guess cause we was fucking disturbing the peace and shit. Everybody jumped in that shit. But me and the other nigga, we was the only 2 niggas that got caught because, I mean, we the ones that started all the rioting and shit. So after that shit, bro, mom came down here. she fucking yelled at me from coming from the police station and going home.